Hello, my fabulous artists. So I'm excited that you're working on these Jim Dine inspired hearts. So you got a folded piece of paper and you drew a heart and used line and shape to create a design. Then you, cutting both papers at the same time, you cut your heart out. So you can see I've got two papers back to back. What I would like you to do next is, using a hole puncher, I'd like you to punch holes all the way around that heart, spacing them evenly. And really, when you're punching that hole, I want you to push that hole puncher as far as you can, because we don't want the holes right by the edge, because if they're by the edge, there's a good chance that they might rip. So you can see I'm evenly all the way around punching those holes. Once you're finished punching those holes, sometimes the holes like to kind of stay on the paper. All you've got to do is kind of rip those off going around. Now, you want to make sure that these two sides stay together, because our next step is sewing. Now, I have made these great pipe cleaner needles. I love them because they're very easy to thread. What you're going to do is you're going to go over to the yarn and you are going to find some yarn, and I'd like you to get a nice long piece. I would say about 3 to 4, 3 feet long. So I've got my piece of yarn. Then what you're going to do is find the hole in your felt needle, and then you're going to pull this through just like this. And I'm going to pull out just about this much, and then I'm going to squeeze that pipe cleaner just like this to hold that on there. So you can see I've got a little bit of a tail here and then my yarn. And this is what I'm going to use to sew. You may start anywhere you'd like. I'm going to start here at the bottom, and I'm going to start underneath. I'm going to put that pipe cleaner through that hole and pull. Now, what I'd like you to do is go about this far and then tie a little knot. I usually like to pull it once and then tie it one more time to keep that on there. And if you have any excess, you can trim that. So you can see I have that tied on there just like that. Then what I'm going to have you do is start to sew from here. And I'm going to go down and pull. Then I'm going to go up through the next one and pull. Each time you pull, you want to make sure that you have that yarn taut, so there's no like loops in it. You want to pull it. I'm going to go down, then back up. And you can see how the stitches are going through here. I'm going to push it back down. And this is sewing. We're going to go right to the next hole, up to the next hole, down. Now, I have had some students that have had a little bit of a tricky time because when they were pulling it through, their yarn came out. Very simple. If your yarn would come out, so easy. All you're going to do is put it back in. You're going to get your pipe cleaner needle, open up the bottom to a circle, pull a tail through, and squeeze it back, and then you can just continue sewing. And you are going to sew all the way around. Now, let's say you run out of yarn, because that could happen. All you're going to do is stop. Let me just show you. I'm going to get to right about here. And it's on the back. I'm going to stop. I'm going to get some more yarn, and very simply you're going to tie these two together. So if you're watching, I'm going to tie a knot, and I tie it twice and pull so it's tight. Now, if you're like Mrs. Kearns, I pulled too hard and pulled it apart. That's no problem. I'm just going to pull it again, holding on to those two, and then I'm going to go ahead and trim it, and I can keep on sewing. So good luck. I know you're going to have a great time sewing your heart.